Andre Snow. Hi, John and Amanda. Thanks for all you do for the members. It is really appreciated. What is the best way to add merchandise as an add-on? We have stickers to hand out and have talked about adding a t-shirt. Shit, I almost forgot order number. So I wouldn't order a t-shirt. You're going to lose money. Sell the t-shirt and be honest with yourself. Do you have the customer base to buy the t-shirt? The t-shirt you have to look at as advertising, right? Is somebody going to come? Let's say you get a t-shirt. The least expensive t-shirt you might be able to get is $4, right? You're probably going to pay $10 a shirt. Will somebody buy the shirt? Will they wear it in public? And will somebody go, hey, what is that, right? Name recognition over. Are you there with that yet? So merchandise, build an audience, right? And maybe you have, right? Maybe your YouTube channel, people are constantly on your lives. That's the time to get shirts, right? Hey, we're going to give a shirt away. You got to tag 2 of your friends. We're going to give 1 shirt away. Anybody didn't get one, if you'd like one, we have them. They're $15, $20 with shipping, whatever it is. So the shirt's good. Beanies are good because people will wear them.
Especially in the cold.
There's a lot of coffee cup, right? Get with Nicole and have Nicole do a run. Hey, Nicole, how many pounds of coffee? Better yet, I want it to look like more in the picture, so let's do half pounds, and that puts my price point lower to the consumer. Mm-hmm. How many half-pound bags of coffee do I have to have you do it? And she's going to tell you, I don't know what that number is. I took her number. I go, what's the most coffee you've ever run? And then I said, okay, I want twice that. We had the stickers printed. We have them drop shipped to her. She puts it in a nice black bag, boxes them up, brings them to us, and we sell them. And then if sales go down and I want to move, her coffee is fresh, right? She roasts it when you order it. A lot of people have never had that experience with coffee like that. And once they have it, they will come back for it. But if my sales are down, right, because we can really push coffee out in the winter, holidays and stuff, or on International Coffee Day, but I'll bundle it, right? So we'll do a sticker, a coffee cup, and that. And then they're like, oh, they have coffee cups. And while they're looking at that on the website, when I have that bundle there, customers who ordered this also ordered this. And I'll have just click-through links to my other coffee cups so they can get another coffee cup in addition to that while they're already, paying shipping, stuff like that. Stickers are great because people will just put them places. Mm-hmm. Patches, in the tactical guy industry, patches are huge. It's the modern day stamp collecting. Now in the prepper homestead area, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people that come here have stickers all over their headliners, yes, or stickers. They have stickers on their back windows. You see it in the parking lot, but they have patches. In a lot of cars, the carpet and the interior and the headliners, the patches stick there. Not really a chick thing, probably.
You know who's changing that? Zero Fucks Duck. I forgot what the name of the company
Mark,
is.
Joe Friday.
Yeah.
Mark Zabinski.
So I get emails from him about patches, and he just did a duck that has a weather radar on it, and instantly Annie was like, I want that patch.
Yeah.
She's never had any patches before.
Yeah.
But girls love weather for some reason.
He's done the A10s.
Because it's so mercurial like women.
So his wife started there's a side company called Mama Bear Patches or Mama Bear Designs. Uh-huh. That's his wife's company. He runs it. But his wife is a like ridiculous high-end, high-dollar chef in Miami there. I talk to Mark every week. Just fucking really good dude. Mark is actually the only person that we've done any co-branded merchandise where I let him do distribution on it. Anything that says SOE has to be distributed, has to come in this door and come out of this door. Mark's the only person ever that I've let disperse or do anything to customers. Yeah. Plus, we also build some stuff for Mark every here and there, like those patch trays and stuff. We're about to do another one for him. So I don't know that I've answered your question there, but I mean, try the t-shirts. I don't know what your audience is, Andrea.
And do you have a website? That's the other question.
I think she does.
Because if you have besides just a blog, if you have a website, you can put on your, blog and your Facebook posts and all that stuff, hey, come check out my merch. Or I got this really cool T-shirt. It's super soft.
I thought she said she's using Shopify. If you have Shopify, if you can use Facebook, you can use Shopify.
Yes.
That's the beauty of it.
Absolutely.
I hate WordPress. I know Nicole likes WordPress. I know Jack likes WordPress. We had WordPress. We had nothing but fucking problems with it. It was constantly hacked. There was all just so much shit.
Yeah.
I had to stop, and it would take me
drama.
half a day to figure out how to get it to do anything. Whereas Shopify, I can build a whole entire website in a couple of hours that looks better than people that know how to do WordPress. And I don't have to get a guy or figure some bullshit out. You don't have to know that anymore. And people hold on to that WordPress stuff because it's what they know and it's a skill that they don't want to let go of, you know? But it's so simple with Shopify or any of these other BigCommerce or WooCommerce or any of those. And you can blog on them. There's a blog on that thing.
All of them.
If you look at our website, it is all Shopify, everything on there.
Maybe you need to start writing a blog. I knew that was going to be the reaction.
You just transcript what I said here.
He's like, how about no?
I don't know why I can even do this. I mean, I'm not really sitting still, you know?
Because you're highly caffeinated, that's why.
Irish USMC vet. Motherfucker, you better be Irish. You better have
you
red
seen
hair.
him?
No. You better have red hair.
Do you want me to tell you who that is?
You better look like you're out of Boondock Saints.
Do you want me to tell you who it is?
Who is it?
That's Nate LeMaster.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, he does have red hair. Okay,
Fuck yes, he
motherfucker,
does.
you better...
Have you seen his babies?
I had no fucking clue that this was Nate LeMaster every time I'm talking to him. Holy fuck.
That's why.
All right, well, he's got the red hair. You
Right.
better fucking fake an accent. Two Chicks Homesteads, right?
Yes.
What are you going to look for at the Oddities Expo coming up this weekend? I hope we walk in and I'm like, this is lame. There's nothing
you know it's
here.
not going to be.
I bought a giraffe once.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw those old videos of you buying the giraffe. And
Yeah.
that place looks like fun.
That was in Nashville here.
Oh, I thought it was the one that you guys are going to.
So
It
no,
is, but
this
it was in
one's
Nashville.
this one's way bigger. It's way
Yeah, this
bigger.
one's going to be bigger.
There's a lot of sideshow stuff that happens there. They'll have like fire breathers and chicks hanging off cables by their titties.
I'm
And
going to actually look normal there.
You were gonna say you were gonna hang.
they
up
kind of do
I mean, you never know.
the people we know in Atlanta that have an oddity shop, Rainy Day Revival. They are pretty involved. I don't know if it's this show they're involved in or the other one, but they do like sideshow stuff, him and his woman, and they dress up like old time, like master of ceremony for the sideshow. And they set up like this big kind of maze inside these buildings, and you go through and it's like old school sideshow stuff. And they have all the old Americana, the big banners and the freak show stuff.
I'm excited about that.
I'm just kind of going through, who those people we know over in Florida? The big oddities company. Yeah, you know who they are. Fucking,
It's something and something.
not Morgan and Frigate. It's, anyways, there's a bunch of the big companies are coming in. They always have stuff. It's retail pricing, so I don't really buy much of it. I'm just looking for obscure stuff or real stuff is really what I'm looking for. I'm not going looking for anything specific. I've got some friends coming into town that are going to be there, and that's really why we're going, just to see them. We'll probably shoot some video with them at some point. And then her and I will just run around Louisville if we find a good abandoned site or hospital or something. Or there's a lot of antique stores there, but most of them are more like thrift stores. But there are a few good antique stores left. There's a meat packing plant. It's 5, 6, 7 levels tall. It's huge. It's an enormous complex. And it's has an antique store in there, and they're using the bottom 2 floors. And then when we were there was like a huge boiler room they were pulling apart, and they changed and converted a bunch of it to art studios. There's some good restaurants and shit in there, but that place had some neat stuff. We're going there. It's on the border. Was it Indiana or somewhere? Yeah. Right across the border of Indiana is a big lot that sells like outdoor stuff, but they have life-size hippopotamuses and rhinoceroses
That are concrete.
They're concrete, so they're 5,000 pounds a piece.
We're just going to put that right up on top of the
I would
floor
love to put 2 concrete rhinoceroses out, because some asshole is going to weave off and hit one of them on purpose. I just want to put that out there with a camera.
Oh,
Imagine
like all the
hi-
way at the road.
Imagine his surprise when he weaves off the road to hit my fucking concrete hippopotamus.
You're gonna have to like put Trump on it or something.
Just paint
people
it
around here
so
like
it-
Trump.
Paint it so it looks like it's fiberglass.
Well, you can leave them concrete. You can paint them. I mean, they've got gargoyles. They've got cool stuff.
Yeah.
I'd rather have gargoyles at the gate.
We bought gargoyles. I have 6 of them. We have to pick them up. They're still
From
in Atlanta.
Atlanta, yeah.
We need to make that run. So I don't know
Free time.
really what I'm looking for. Brian Fraser, John and Amanda, do you have any thoughts about, I can't believe that's Irish UMC vet. John and Amanda, do you have any
Surprise.
thoughts about the 5 black cops beating the black kid to death? Allegedly, the kid was banging one of. So I've heard that too. Brief synopsis: got caught by CCTV, turned body cams off. I didn't know that. I said, why are they beating this guy with their body cams? 4 are charged second-degree murder. 1 with alleged cheating wife, yet cheating wife
to be announced.
I believe he's definitely guilty with premeditated murder. Also, this is going to happen more. Lower standards after last few years. Some departments accept low-level felons. So, a few things. I don't know if you're aware. I think there's 7 people that have been arrested now. 4 of them put a beating on this guy. I thought the footage came from their own cameras.
There is some from their own cameras.
And not only that, there's dash cameras too. I don't know what angles. I don't know how many were in each vehicle. Yes, they were supposed to have been hired afterwards. Yes, the rumor out there all around Reddit is that the wife was involved with this guy that died after the beating. If that's true, it's possible that dude didn't even know, right? He had no idea why he was getting beat up. I don't know the answer to this. Now, I've heard some other things too, like they did pursue him. It's also said that these 4 guys were on some special task force.
Yeah.
I've also heard
Scorpion.
that the police officers themselves were gang related. Man, I don't know anything. You guys probably know more about it than I do. We had some people in here because they were going to announce it Friday. We had some people in here last Friday that do high-level security stuff, and they were in here picking up extra phone pouches and stuff because they want to carry an additional camera. They want to be able to roll camera during contact without it being the camera. So they're doing it off their cell phones. There's some security companies that do site security, armed site security, and some personal security stuff in the Memphis area. And they had ordered out 45 more agents during this thing. Everybody was on high alert. I really feel like they're like, okay, we have this footage. It's worse than Rodney King, and we're going to go ahead and release it on Friday. I felt like that was to give bad actors time to get into position. For instance, like the Antifa people. Are they Antifa? I don't fucking know. That were in Atlanta. All those people, they arrested 8. They showed you mugshots of 8 of them. 7 of them are from like Portland and Washington, I believe. None of them were from Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And over half of them were politicians' children. So I don't fucking know, man. But and you can rest assured that when you hear the facts and the truth, there's still going to be pieces missing, and it's going to be woven in a manner to make you feel some kind of way. CNN came out and said, even though these police officers are black, they are still using their white privilege, using their white privilege, and they are still
acting racially.
Yeah, white racists. They're white devils. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm glad nothing really happened. There were some fires and some protests set. I don't know that it was even fires, maybe burn piles or something set on the interstates. I wanted to go to Memphis that weekend. We did not go. Because of this. Stupid places, stupid people, stupid things. But there were some roving hordes, and I don't know how many. It could have been 2 dudes. It could have been 20 dudes. Dodge Challengers running around and box vans, right? Because those are opportunistic criminals. They are criminals who, when you tell the normal citizen, hey, there's not going to be repercussions for your action tonight, they're going to go and smash and grab. I mean, look at the pictures. Who is it that is robbing Louis Vuitton? Who is it that you see smashing up grocery stores when this happens?
Who is it that you see going into fucking CVS and stealing thousands of dollars worth of shit?
Like you can take this, oh, John's being racist. Do they look like fine, upstand? Do you think that they're going to work tomorrow, right? They're not. They
ain't stealing work boots.
And they ain't coming from the suburbs into the city to steal makeup and fucking whatever you can get from Rite Aid, right? They are people who, they're petty little criminals.
Yep.
And given the wrong pushback, they can become murderers in a matter of minutes. And that might not have even been their intention, but the outcome still will be the same. Get the fuck out of the cities. Don't be there. We don't have those problems here, right? None of that, all that shit that happened in the last 3 years, the riots and the lockdowns, none of that happened to anybody that I know, like, unless they were in cities.
And like they tried to do that riot shit in Nashville. They shut that shit down
fast. Yeah, you guys, like, it's not even out mainstream, all the shit that happened down there. So, Brian, I don't know, man.
So I saw the beginning. I saw all of it.
But I watched the whole dash cam video.
What stood out to me was the beginning is straight away they're on this guy. And what they said that the stop was for weaving in and out of traffic. They jump out with guns drawn, screaming, "Get the fuck out of the car," and they pull him out. And the kid...
like it was planned.
Yeah, I don't know how old he is, but he seems like a kid to me. Looked confused.
I know he had children.
Yeah, he looked like he does not know why this is happening to him. And then they beat the shit out of him. So, like, that could be for any reason. They could be pissed that he ran from, because he did.
I think we have a huge problem in law enforcement, and I have friends that are cops, right? I know good cops.
Yeah.
But you have this, they are a gang. I mean, stop and think about it. The things that they go after people for, they themselves are doing. Imagine, okay, so you've got 4 people. Had that guy had he not died, would we have even heard about this?
Yeah, probably not.
Had he not, died in the hospital. They're allowed, and that's the thing, man. When you watch these, it's spreading like wildfire. The auditors, man, a lot of these dudes are fucking assholes, man. They're looking to get beat up so they can have a lawsuit is almost how it looks.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, like, I want to go up to cops when I see them sit. Hey, where are you? Have you been drinking tonight?
Yeah.
Where are you headed from here? I just want to do it jokingly, right? And I think most cops probably would laugh about it, right? But there are,
maybe.
I mean, there's a case in Paducah where they pulled these 2 kids over, set them on the curb, and they're like, am I under arrest? Why are you stopping me? What crime do you suspect me of? And when people learn that verbiage and the 4 points of the First Amendment and they learn their rights, the police officers do not fucking like you being armed with real information. And when you have the conversation, that you find out that they don't know the law, right? They don't know the oath they took and what that meant, right? They have no idea. They are in position. And a lot of people get into law enforcement because they have felt no power all their life, and it gives them the ability. There are definitely people that get into law enforcement because they want to help other people, right? But there's a ton of guys. I know a lot of guys that have left law enforcement because the job was so fucked up and they were not able to help people. James always said, man, and I've heard a lot of other officers say this too, we can pull people over doing 5 miles an hour, and I can stay just as busy writing tickets 20 miles an hour. Why am I sitting here? If you have all these little towns around here with brand new police cars, it's because they're writing tickets, dude. Is there really not crime to do? Like, can you not, if there's not a victim, there's not a fucking crime. You don't get to stop me for suspicion. If there is a crime happening, stop them, that's fine. But you don't get to stop and check the fucking vehicle. And the new thing, I was sitting in a restaurant and there was 4 cops. There was 2 police officers and 2 sheriff's deputies. And the sheriffs were saying, yeah, we went to this training. So when we stop you, we ask you, hey, will you just, step out of the car and come back here and talk to me at my car? Because they're looking for weapons. They want to get you out of your car. Now you are less apt to disagree with them and have that conversation. You feel safer when you're in the vehicle, but they immediately want to pull you out of the car. That way you can't run. I get it, officer safety. Why are you having contact with these people to begin with, right? What do you suspect them of? Like, is there not really, and you have a lot of people in law enforcement that have that fucking power trip, right? Oh, how dare you say this to me? And they're getting caught.
Yeah.
They're like, you've taken away officer discretion when you put the camera on, because upper echelon is like, it's clear cut, right? No officer discretion. Why did you stop this guy? Okay, you've stopped him. You have to write something now. You can't just send him on his way, right? Oh, you've been drinking. I'm going to follow you. You're a block from here. I'm going to follow you home. Make sure, or here, I'm going to take you home, right? Yeah. They would fucking hang that officer in public for that shit, right? Yep. No officer discretion. And it has changed. Like we've taken the people, especially the last 3 years, you saw this happen. Who is most apt not to take the thing? Mostly that's going to be oath keepers, right? If I took an oath to uphold the Constitution against enemies, foreign and domestic, right? Those are also people who are probably not going to take the science experiment. So they use that as a way to push them out. If you look at Lightfoot, for instance, in Chicago, you look at law enforcement and fire EMS in New York. They pushed a lot of those people out that wouldn't take that.
Well, they did it to the military.
So who are they more apt to? Now, who's going to take the job? Mostly those people that took that thing. Mostly the yes men. The people that are going to fucking mob up, and I was just doing my job. I was sent out here. I have to shut your restaurant down. This is my only means of income. I don't care. I'm doing my job, right? Yeah. Those are those people. Yep. We've removed people who align with us and put in people who hate us. And that is a lot, right? Those are not the working man. While yes, they work a job, they work for the man.
Yeah.
There is a difference, and you're really seeing that, right? I was thinking about that this morning when I messaged you. I was actually getting in the shower when I messaged you this morning. I said, Civil War. It won't be so civil, right? Mm-hmm. That it's coming. That is happening. There is divides being drawn right now. Like, you just haven't heard shots being fired, and you're so fucking close to it. When it happens, there will be a lot of them in multiple places. It's just going to be that catalyst that fucking ignites that wildfire.
Right when COVID started, I had that same feeling. Do you remember that kid that got chased down and shot by two guys at a pickup truck?
Are we talking about the Amari or whatever?
I couldn't remember the names. So when that happened, I said, the way it feels like right now, this is going to cause the country to explode. And before that got played out, George Floyd happened.
Yeah, or Rittenhouse.
Yeah, so it did happen. It just wasn't what I thought it was. That feeling I have now, like something's about to happen. We just need the spark to make it happen. Not us. Like I don't.
Yes. Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
But
and we're going into warm weather.
Yeah, which is
when all
thing.
that shit happens.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to be outside and it's cold.
Exactly. Something's going to happen that's going to make it even worse than what it is right now, I think.
Yeah, just don't fucking be there when it happens, people. Mm-hmm. Like, you have had your window of opportunity is smaller and smaller and smaller. Like, people in California, when things get really bad, they're not going to be able to pack their shit and leave. They're going to just have to leave. Mm-hmm. Like, it'll get to...
And you'll be lucky if they let you out.
Yes, like, that's coming, people. More and more and more. Like, get the fuck out while you can.
And it was very eye-opening to me when I used to walk down Sunset Boulevard drunk perfectly fine, and then 10 years later I went to go visit LA and I wouldn't drive through it without an AK with me. Mm-hmm. It's like, really, this is the way this is what's become, because people were getting pulled out of their cars just driving down the street for no reason.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's like when I guess it was probably 2020. We had got half a cow processed from a guy in Paris, and we had to go to fucking Ripley, Tennessee, to pick it up. And we're driving the van, and
we were in the 4Runner.
We end up in no, we didn't have the 4Runner.
Yes, you were in the 4Runner.
Anyway, so we end up in a neighborhood.
It's the fucking hood.
It's the hood, and it was a 3-way stop, and there's 2 guys over here and 3 guys over here, and I look at him and I'm like, I'm not fucking stopping. I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah, just don't.
And I just drove through.
They all started walking.
They fucking hooting and hollering and throwing their hands up and shit.
Compton, motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Yeah. What are you doing here, white boy?
That's the one thing. I mean, there's a lot of things, but that I try to get through Annie's head. Like, if people are surrounding your car, do not stop.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
And why would you? Fucking
Exactly.
run them over.
Yeah.
That's why we put the cars away, right?
Mm-hmm.
They weren't maintaining the roads, but you had a lot of civil unrest type shit happening, right? That's why we built the 4Runner the way it is. It has bumpers front and rear.
Yeah.
Because if we need to come up over a curb, if I need to fucking ram another vehicle to push between two and get up and drive, if I need to come through the corner of a building like a glass wall and I can drive through that shit, that's why we built that. Now, we're not going where those things are, but sometimes things happen, right?
Like that in
So
Ripley, Tennessee.
that's why we stopped driving the cars. They weren't being, the roads aren't maintained, but they're not as safe as in the vehicles.
Yeah.
We can carry more equipment and more things if something were to happen.
And that out of the box thinking is like what I'm trying to get her to think, because she was talking about like, well, what if we're in traffic and there's a stoplight there? Well, then go on the sidewalk. Like
Yeah.
At that point, there is no rules.
Right.
Just get out of there.
Well,
know?
and I mean, hopefully she never has to encounter that.
Yeah, like she's
but
never
if,
going to be in that area.
But if
you
she
know?
does, I hope her motherly instincts kick
She
in
needs
and
to
she'll be
take-
like, I'm getting the fuck out of here no
She
matter
needs to
what.
take the
Exactly.
fight. Like, she needs to take the fight.
So she's got fighting pistol under her belt. She wants to do it one more time, and I want her to do advanced, but she's scared of it because of all the things that actually go on in that class.
Why does she even know about the things that go on in the class? Who told her?
I didn't give her many details other than very, very. Like,
Yeah, she needs to take
you
the
know,
fight. Get her in the fight. Get her in medical. She's more apt to save your children than to have to fucking kill somebody to protect the children.
So I don't want to take any classes with her because I don't want to be a distraction, but I want to take medical with her because we can. That's something that we could be a team about. You
Okay,
know?
so what are you waiting for?
Nothing. We're gonna do it this year. We've talked about taking way more classes this year than we ever have before.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So Brian, I don't know, man. I'm low information on it really. You probably know more about it than I do.
Trying to tear us down, but me and my team, the